local nonprofits during the GiveSI 30-hour giving campaign. And we are quite a few hours in now.
It's great. I feel like we were over the hump. We did make it past lunch, so we should be good.
We should be good. If not, I think we have reinforcement we can call in to kind of hype us up a little bit. But it's been great this morning. We've had the opportunity to, really talk to a lot of different nonprofits who have been great at telling us their stories and talking about their impact. We've been able to stream stream on the WSIL website, which has been a lot of fun. And then do all of these interviews, all in preparation for the big reveal tonight. So we are still in the 30 hours of giving. So any donation that you make will go a bit further with those matching bonus funds. So please remember to donate using either the QR code or the links provided. There's a donate button at the bottom. We're going to continue these interviews, and we have one of our friends here in our studio at Mountain Dew Park, and we're really excited to have the opportunity to talk to her during GiveSI and learn a little bit more about what she's doing, mainly because it seems like there's always a goal or something that you're pushing for, a new program or a new service that's being offered. And so we'd love to hear about those. Patricia, it is so great to have you in our studio today and be able to tell us a little bit about SES.
Thank you. Well, we're excited. There's so many neat things going on besides getting a new indoor riding arena where we can actually be working all year round. But our mission is improving the quality of life through the healing power of horses. And actually the horse-assisted learning is so powerful on so many different levels. We've got so many testimonies. And if I have time, I'd love to share at least one or two with you today.
Absolutely. So tell us about the impact that these programs and services are having in the community.
Well, it's powerful. Like I said, the ripple effect, it is huge. And thinking just a small change can be develop into huge circumstances. And I have a good example of that. We had a veteran that came early in our program, and he was familiar with horses, so he knew how to train horses. Well, his was the old school, which is you kind of break the horse's spirit, and out of fear, they will mind you. Well, what we do is a totally different one. It's called a natural horsemanship, and it's earning the trust of the horse, and then the horse wants to work with you. So you can just imagine the challenge that was for him in the program. However, he did well, and unfortunately, he passed away. And Ramona, the director, and the psychiatrist, and I went to the wake. And this is where I felt like I had no idea how powerful that ripple effect was. When we stood in line, we had never met anybody in this family. And we got up there, and here's the adult daughter, the grandkids are running around, and we introduced ourselves, and they're like, "You guys are awesome. You have no idea how you changed our life." Grandpa was kinder. He was more relaxed. He wasn't so irritable. And mom, these are the ladies from the stable. Mom, these are the ladies. And she's like hugs and hugs. It's like, you have no idea how you changed our lives. It's like, you hear about it, but to actually experience what it made a difference, and especially at the end of his life where he then had a relationship with his kids, his grandkids, that was much more powerful and endearing than he had been prior to being in our program.
Mm-hmm.
What an amazing testimony. And I know you've got dozens of testimonies and I get to spend, we're in other things together as well. And so I get to see your passion and love for SES. And the thing is, I want everybody to understand, even though there's the veteran component of this, you have had some impacts on not only parents, but kids' lives. And I know there's a couple of stories there too, but tell everybody about how this impacts not just veterans, but some kids with special needs as well.
Oh, definitely. We work with the Autism Society, so we have a number of students that they sponsor at our program. And we had one, he was a little guy. He was maybe 5 or 6 years old. He hadn't been in our program for very long. He was nonverbal. And the mom really enjoyed the fact that she could actually sit and relax a little bit and watch her son look so cute and confident on top of that big horse. Well, he was nonverbal. The instructor had said, "Okay, tell your horse to walk on." And he very quietly said, walk on. And the mom was like, disbelief. And she looked at the instructor, and the instructor said, yes, I heard it too. And then there were 12 volunteers because we had 4 riders. Everybody went quiet. And then they started the class again, so she resumed the class, and again, he said, walk on, only this time louder with more confidence. I mean, I can't even fathom what it would be that mom sitting with the other parents there, hearing her son talk for the first time. And now he's a young man now, a handsome young man that you would never know that was ever an issue by any means, you know.
So you helped to basically, the program helped develop the confidence and creating the communication opportunities that he was able to build upon.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And on top of that, you have the opportunity to help a mother hear her son's voice.
The hope, I mean, the new, renewed hope that. And then we have a lot of teenagers that are at risk. We had a program come from Chicago, and these kids were made to come, or they were not there because we were going to camp.
It was highly suggested they come.
My mom made me do it. But they were so successful. They used to come just a couple days. Now they come the whole week. So they were there all week, and their chores were, once they were finished with their lessons and they would unsaddle the horses, put the tack away, and then lead their horses out to pasture. Now, I was there on the Friday, which was their last day, and now they were leading their horses out into pasture. Now, believe me, getting in the stall for the first time with the horse is an experience, but being in the pasture, in their space. Well, the instructor or the counselor said, okay, we only have 5 minutes and we gotta go. And so I'm manning the gate, and the boys led their horses out. They just had a loose lead and let the lead go. The horses did not trot off like they normally do to graze. They all stayed there. And it was really, there was a whole lot of emotion going on. And I watched this one young man. He was kind of a scary looking dude with piercings and tattoos, very muscular. And he's walking around in the pasture. And his horse stayed with him, followed wherever he went. It's called a hookup. And when the horse trusts you, he wants to stay with you. Now, even when he's with his buddies in the pasture and he has the option of grazing, and this kid, big crocodile tears coming down as he's walking around, knowing that this horse was trusting him. It was unbelievable. And I have to say, the counselor didn't say a word. We had to be 15, 20 minutes. And nobody said a word. That the emotions were so high, it would knock you over. And in relaying that experience to the psychiatrist, and she was saying, that might have been the first time this kid connected with a live being. Mm-hmm. And I would love to know how that worked out for him, and how. I mean, it was like all the kids were doing that, but I was paying attention to that one because he was so scary. But it was powerful.
So Patricia, where are the funds that are being raised today? What are they allocated for SCS?
Well, we do operations because we rent from the Giant City Stables, so we have staff, and we rent the horses in time. So a lot of the operation costs are there. We do some sponsorships, although the bigger sponsors are like the Autism Society and Elks Club are real good at sponsoring some of our riders. So we're always grateful for them.
And I'm sure those donations are what allow this program to continue. And I know that you have, really fought hard, and everyone else in the organization has fought hard on policy and advocacy and trying to get these services covered with lots of different, methods and ways. And I know there's still some things that are even kind of in the talks or in the works about how coverage might be available. So there could be some really big things coming for SES and what you're doing. And so we're real hopeful that those things come through to support these communities.
I have faith that it is. And I have to say, we charge only a fraction, that's like less than half of what it actually costs. And when we have sponsorships, they pay what we would charge the riders. I would love to see some big sponsors come and pay for the whole total cost. of what it is to provide that service for the hour. And I do have faith that there's, it's going to explode, especially now with us getting an indoor riding arena. It will, and you know, and the staff and all the things that go with that are just going to make it better and better and better and better.
And just real quick, what's the time frame? I mean, what are you looking at to be operational for everything to be?
That's the $1 million. That's
Yeah.
$1 million question, right?
Okay.
So far, we got the funds enough for them to put the bid out. Now, last week, I don't think the bids were, I don't know where they were. I don't know how the government works with that. It's not my world. And
Yeah.
so when the bids go out, then there's a time frame that they have to be out for a certain amount of time for that. So we're hoping early spring that we will have a groundbreaking, and I would want to make it a big deal.
That's amazing. Thanks for coming in today. And everybody, if you want to support Special Equine Services, we call it SES, that services not only veterans, but children with autism and other areas of special needs, then all you got to do, these 3 things in the description below, you just click that link, scroll down to the S's, Special Equine Services, and donate, and your funds will go to help the operations and to make sure that this is very affordable for all families and veterans to get these special services. And if you were not moved by one of those 3 testimonies and passion from Patricia, because I thought she was going to karate chop our table in half, I was like, oh no, she's going to karate chop. When you donate, it's always important, and I think Michelle and I will agree, I want to have the person be excited. I want to donate to people that are excited and passionate. And Patricia, you are absolutely the best advocate for that program. And I wish you the best. If people want to learn more about SES, where do they go?
Well, they can call the stable for sure.
Do you have the number?
618-529-4110.
And you're also on Facebook and social media?
We are on Facebook, and we are on Instagram too.
Excellent. So donate today, help this amazing program out. Again, Patricia, thank you for coming in today.